Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
4 down.
The Cardinals
180.
47.
Come on, hey, we're good, we're good. 180. Express. He don't want it. 808. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. I got you, son. I got you, son. Smooth. 43 is the mic. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Hassan Reddick, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Let's go. Express. Hey, Raider 2. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. What's up? 3 bucks.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey. 4 down.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Raider 1. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Hey, Steve 6. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. They gonna need some therapy after this. 50's
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going deep for Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, 51 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and now it's 2nd down. the toss. Here's Johnson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Third and 2, and here's Murray. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Johnson running right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going for it. It's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. Dancing to his left. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Raiders have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze.
Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. across the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Isaiah Crowell, 85 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Murray now to throw. Steps away. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
Here we go. Here we go. Touchdown. 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
Murray now on first down. Being chased out left. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, 57 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Spins by. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
43's the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm 6'18". 43's the... Yo, Chief. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Check.
Now on 2nd and 16. Carr eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Suggs.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Murray now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 19 yards away. And now the Cardinals are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Watch the slant.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Express. 43 is the mic, boy. 40. Hey, Alpha. Check, 43. Monday down. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
Now, 7 ending. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check. Check.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Murray. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line.
Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Staying open. 43. Hey, zoom. Express. Penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 43 is the mic. Target. 29. 29. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. That's it. 43.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Ryan Grant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Powers through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Hey, 734. Check 37. Check 37. Express. I got him. Hey, 58.
Carr gives to Richard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On second and 11 now. Carr, it's a screen to Richard. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
93. 58. Hey, Echo. Push him back.
On play action, now Carr. Rolling to his right. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense.
And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray flush to his right. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Raiders pick it up. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Go, go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's a party now. 93.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Luke Wilson, 31 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike, 50. It's out time. It's out time, guys. It's out time.
First down, Murray sliding out of the pocket. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Murray. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Right down. 185. Focus, defense, focus.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is after ordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
To throw is Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
All right, T, let's go. Hey, orbit.
On 2nd and 12, Carr steps away to his left. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Darius Philon showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Express. Let's keep moving. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Hey, exit. Watch the flood. Easy. Kill. Watch the flood.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to go down again. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back now in the East Bay. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd and 15 now. Murray got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, but it'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain of 13. It's a first.
Tight ends go. This guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Watch the screen. Check 24. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now this time, Carl throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
To throw on third down. Carr eluding the pressure right. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
He's going to wind up in air. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. This is Rashard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. White. Check 49. 80 weapon. Purdue.
Carr going to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile.
Motion. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Yeah. You don't want none. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Quick talk. Hey, no way. 58. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, it's Carr. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Silver. Mike's 40. Mike's 43. Express.
Quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Express.
Get that quarterback.
43's the Bravo. 43's the Mike. Hey.
Carr going to go on 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now Murray, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Gary and Conley. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Carr going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Ryan Grant. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Come on, set. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Murray, strong running, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.